Hi, I'm Ross Robertson, Franchise Advisor here at Franchise Sidekick and Franchisee of Bloomin Blinds. Having been a former business owner and went through the hard knocks of getting a business off the ground, I knew there had to be a simpler way. Working in franchising gave me the opportunity to look at several different brands across the country, and looking for the right process and right fit was absolutely something that I needed. And having a lot of franchisee support was a very big deal to me, being a manage the manager type of owner. I was constantly looking at brands and pressure testing every brand that was in our portfolio from the very beginning. And I always start with looking at the dollar piece first, because I didn't want to fall in love with the brand only to find out that the margins weren't where I needed them to be, or my general manager wouldn't want to get involved in something like that. So early on, just looking at some numbers and concepts, and then had an opportunity to get to know the founders a little bit more and the process, the cutting edge technology that they have, and the way that they support their franchisees. There were just several aspects about Bloomin that just jumped out to me right away, and I dug in a lot deeper from there. We walked through every step as if I were one of my clients, and asked all the questions, validation questions, had some wonderful calls, did tons of competitive intel on our own. We even had a couple blind companies come out to our house and provide quotes, and we watched the process very diligently just to make sure that we could get a handle on it. But ultimately, it came down to making sure that this was something that my wife could get on board with and that my GM was engaged in, and then, ultimately put it all together and made the right decision. A lot of folks will dive into the concept and the day-to-day, which is so important. But the founders are such a big deal. They can be at many different stages. The Stewart brothers are amazing. Kelsey, Chris, and Kevin are all involved in the business. They've invested significant dollars to see the business grow, and you really felt like family working with them to this day. I was actually just talking to Kelsey earlier today. How cool is that? Bloomin Blinds did a great job of setting expectations up front, understanding the ramping up process that we're going through today, and being there for anything that we need from a support standpoint. They are one of the fastest growing brands in the country. They've invested significant dollars in their business for that growth. I think the best days are ahead for Bloomin Blinds. We live by a motto here at Franchise Sidekick. It says, live life on your own terms. And we don't only talk about that with our clients, but we believe it in-house. And how that relates to me living life on my own terms is just that. I'm able to operate a business and have full support of my leadership team to do so, which is a huge deal, to be able to spend the time that we need in the business, but then also to make sure that we set parameters around that so we're still significantly impacting others' lives. I think it's a great opportunity for my family to continue to grow. Being a third generation franchisee, this is a huge deal for me and my family. I am building a foundation for my kids to do the exact same thing and live life on their own terms, being able to do what they want in their lives and being supportive of that, much like Sidekick is for me.